what's your relationship with CMG?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, Goven Hernandez, who was arrested and charged with having affiliation to Young Dolph's passing, was released after being arrested, and now he's doing an interview. Now, first and foremost, let me start off by saying this. He has an open case and he's agreeing to do interviews. That's the first no-no. Secondly, there's a point during the interview where the interviewer asks him a question concerning CMG, and he says that he can't speak on it. Now, this interview is about 2 to 3 days old, in reference to it dropping, and I just was able to catch it, and I wanted to touch on a few key things I observed while watching. Like I stated not too long ago, if you're out on bail or bond and you have an open case, doing an interview will never be in your best interest, because like I know, that at some point the interviewer is going to ask questions concerning the elephant in the room. He is involved in one of the biggest cases in Memphis, where he himself is at the head of it, and he's probably the closest the public have seen to bridging the gap between CMG allegedly having a hand in the Dolph case. Now, with Big Jook gone, right now the only person that can actually really speak on anything is Goven Hernandez, because not only is he a top suspect in Dolph's case, but his affiliation with Big Jook is what bridges that gap. So it's safe to say that he knows a lot and he should be expecting questions concerning the case to arise. Now, I was always taught that if you let someone talk long enough, they're bound to say something that they shouldn't be saying, which is why you should never talk more than necessary, especially with an open case. Now, shout out to Memphis Stan G, because he asked him a few questions and I think Goven said more than enough, or more than he think he said. Now, if you pay attention and read between the lines, you'll be able to catch it. Now, we're going to get into all that, but for now, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so now. Now, let's get into it. Now, if you want to see the whole video, I left a link to the full interview pinned in the comments, so y'all can head down to Memphis Stan G's channel and watch the whole video there. Show him some love. Now, he was asked about his affiliation with CMG, and he says that he can't speak on it. But I'm lost because he's been seen in pictures with Big Jook, so it's harmless to say how you met him or your affiliation with him, because the world already seen that you do in fact know CMG members and have some sort of affiliation with CMG, period. However, he makes matters worse on himself and make himself look guilty by saying things like I can't really talk about it or say anything because whatever. Then there was a part where he was asked if he knew Black Youngster, and he says, quote, "Man, I don't rap. I ain't never met no damn Black Youngster in my life." Now, I want y'all to go to watch the whole interview on Stan G's page so you can check his body language when he says that. Because when he said it, it sounds like he's trying to deflect. It didn't seem genuine at all. The way he said it seemed like he was being more sarcastic than serious, and his face expression gave it all away if you ask me. You know when someone's lying and they got the face like they know that you know they're lying? That's the kind of face that he gave away. We know he was close friends with Big Jook, who is CMG, CEO of CMG actually. So you mean to tell me that you don't know Black Youngster? Then he's stuttering and just giving all the signs of someone who knows they're lying but just keep going with their story, right? Like, you just gotta prove it. Now, for y'all that don't know Goven Hernandez's role, he's the guy that is being charged for being the mastermind and setting everything up allegedly in Dolph's passing. Goven was charged with first-degree M, attempted first-degree M, and conspiracy to commit first-degree M as well. He was caught up and then released on a $90K bond. So here's my theory. It's evident that he wasn't let go for just any reason, right? If they were just going to let him go and they didn't feel that he was needed or he didn't matter to the case, they wouldn't have arrested him in the first place. Now, the reason why I feel personally why he can't speak on it, because he probably offered information pertaining to CMG that he's not allowed to speak on because he don't want to mess the case up. I'm not sure. That's just my take on it. And y'all know I don't like to throw that snitch word around loosely, but something just isn't right here and we just gonna leave it at that. He's not gonna be arrested and charged with an M and next you know released on just a $90K bond. Cause once again, his charges is a first degree M, attempted first degree M, and conspiracy to commit first degree M. So either Memphis laws is crazy, but $90K bond for a body? There's guys who sold drugs with higher bonds than that. And on top of that, once again, if they were just going to let him go, why arrest him in the first place? Maybe they already know what they know, but they just needed him to confirm some things and he did just that. I don't know. Now, I say that because keep in mind, it's rumored that Dolph was already being watched by the feds prior to him losing his life. Let's not forget when he was caught at the airport with $100,000 in cash and they took all his phones and then gave it back to him. You referenced this situation in his song 100 Shots, where he was actually dissing Yo Gotti and CMG and them when he said, quote, "Stop me in the airport, had too many Benjis on." So honestly speaking, this is why I always say that Dolph's passing is way more deeper than people understand, because I feel it was way more people and things involved that go way above our head. And I do feel it's possible that law enforcement knows who did what because they already had eyes on young Dolph. They just gotta prove it because in the court of law, it's not what you know, but it's more so what you could prove. I think we've seen that with OJ. Now, when it comes back to Goven doing this interview, he was asked what's your relationship with CMG, like I stated before, and this is pretty much what he had to say.
What's your relationship with CMG?
I ain't got no comment on this.
I feel you.
I can't, I still got an open case, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of shit that I can't speak on. I all respect you, you know what I'm saying, and if you're from the streets, you know what I'm saying, you understand, and I'm sure, hopefully you can respect it too.
Now, here's my thing. If this is what he was going to do, then what was the sense in doing the interview in the first place? Goven isn't no rapper, actor, entertainer, nothing. He has solely been recognized by the world of being the top suspect in Dolph's death and is the link between Dolph's suspects in his case and CMG. So why do an interview, right? What do you possibly got to say? What did you possibly think they were going to ask you anyway during that interview? Now, let's be honest, the world is not concerned with anything coming from Goven if it's not about anything that has something to do with young Dolph or CMG. And if he felt like he has an open case and can't speak loosely, then why even do an interview in the first place? And here's my thing. For the ones that let what he said go over y'all heads, to me, when Stan asked him what's his affiliation and he said he can't speak on it because it's an open case, did you realize what he just did? He just let us know that somehow CMG is somehow connected to that case, even though we already knew that. He just confirmed it. Because if they didn't have nothing to do with the case, then why can't he speak on it? If you got arrested for a body right now and was released and did an interview where you was asked about your little brother or your mother or whoever, you could speak on them clearly because they don't have nothing to do with anything. They're not suspects or any interest to law enforcement. So anything you say about them wouldn't matter because police don't care about them, right? But clearly he feels he can't speak on CMG because he knows whatever it is that he knows. Now, he's already in pictures with Big Jook. Although Jook passed away, Jook was arrested for his correlation to Dolph's passing. However, now that he's gone, 9 times out of 10, everything is going to get blamed on him and boom, right? None of us are psychics and can see the future, but that sounds about accurate out of all the things when it comes to this case. However it goes, y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Goven Hernandez doing the interview while he's one of the main suspects in young Dolph's demise. Do you agree with him doing interviews or not? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.